Yo, what is up everyone? This is Mitchell Mander here, coming at you with another review of the Pokemon Twilight Wings series. Today's episode, or this month's episode I should say, focuses on Nessa and her struggles as she's a gym leader and a model at the same time. And I thought this was, again, another solid episode in the Pokemon Twilight Wings series. Another short episode, but still very solid at the same time. Anyways, if you like this type of content, be sure to like and subscribe. Anyways, onto the review. Now, I like how this episode began with Nessa having just lost a gym battle, or just a regular Pokemon battle. The episode doesn't really emphasize on that, like what type of battle it was. But it was a battle against the grass-type gym leader, Milo. Well, he does have grass Pokemon, so Nessa, you're at a pretty major disadvantage, so your loss was kind of, expected, I guess. Anyways, Nessa's feeling pretty down, and Chairman Rose shows up, and he's even asking her, he's like, well, you've been modeling a lot lately. Is it not hard to be a model and a gym leader at the same time? Might want to ask Elsa from the Unova region how that goes. But anyways, we cut to a scene at the local cafe, or a cafe in the Galar region that Nessa's at with Sonia, her best friend. And she's even complaining about how Chairman Rose was like, kind of, getting into her business about, oh, even he's saying it's hard for me to be both at the same time. Sonia's pretty much telling her to get the chip off her shoulder, and that, I think you're taking it a little bit too seriously, Nessa. Oh, can we also appreciate the fact that Best Girl Marnie makes a cameo in this episode? It's very brief, but she's in the cafe with Sonia and Nessa. So, automatic 10 out of 10 episode. Anyways, all jokes aside, we cut to the scene of Nessa actually doing some modeling. And also a flashback scene in which she's actually looking into a lake, I presume. And there's an injured Phoebus that shows up. And she tends to it and basically tells him not to give up. And when it grows up and evolves, will you let me, ride on your back? So then we cut back to present day, in which they're having a bit of issues at the photo shoot. There's no Pokemon around. However, Nessa sees something in the water and jumps right in the water, which I don't think I would recommend doing that. But she ends up running into a Milotic, which turns out to be the Phoebus that she saw as a child, in which she's able to ride the Milotic. She actually realizes it's the same Pokemon from back in the day. And another thing that's pointed out here is, after the shoot is done, this was part of the shoot. That was the one thing that was pretty interesting here, is that she managed to find the Pokemon, rode the Milotic jumped out of the water. They were able to get a bunch of photos for the photo shoot. And Sonia actually commented on it later on and talked about how, oh wow, the Milotic, that's really cool. Not only are they known for their beauty, but they're also very strong fighters. So this actually motivates Nessa. She actually goes straight to Old Dolino, whatever her name is, the secretary for Chairman Rose. Probably just butchered her name. Oh well. Crazy lady from the Pokemon Sword and Shield games. How about that? Anyways, she goes up to the desk and basically tells him that, tell Chairman Rose that not only am I going to be a great model, but I'm also going to be a great leader, and I'm going to win this battle today. And the episode ends with Nessa heading off to her gym battle, in which she takes the Corviknight taxi to her gym battle. Now, I have to say right now that the first thing I really liked in this episode is I appreciated the fact that it's focusing on Nessa and her inability to be both a successful gym leader and a successful model at the same time. She basically has kind of an internal struggle, which shows when Chairman Rose basically was telling her that this was probably too difficult, whereas Sonia realizes that it's bothering her and basically tells her that, she doesn't say it like outright, but she's basically saying indirectly that, you can be both as long as you're able to focus on it and be strong enough to handle it. And I like it. I think it's a good theme, and it's very relatable, because there's a lot of us out there that are, we have maybe like 2 jobs, or we go to school full time, or go to work full time at the same time, or other different things, and it can be very relatable. And a lot of us struggle, and I know personally I've actually worked 2 jobs and went to school part-time at one point as well, so I understand the struggle. And I find this episode to be very relatable for that reason. And do I need to mention the animation in this episode? Just like with the other episodes, The animation is just fantastic. I think this is the second best animation in the series so far. I think the B episode has the best animation personally, but this one's second best, especially the moment where Nessa jumps into the water. That moment was beautiful, and when it rode on the Militic. All the animation in this episode was just great. So that's all I got for this review. The only thing that I'd say this series really needs is to just be longer. Because even though the stuff we're getting in these episodes are great, I just feel like, again, 5 to 6 minutes is just not enough time for this great quality content. Just me, though. Anyways, guys out there, what do you think of this episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you a big fan of Nessa now? Post your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to like and subscribe. Talk to you guys on the flip side. Later.